On this July 20th, 2025, we are noting, only some are celebrating, but this marks the 6-month mark in the second term of President Donald Trump. The White House released a celebratory statement highlighting the historic successes, including the passage of the One Big Beautiful Bill, a sweeping $4 trillion tax cut and budget package that's going to basically end life as we know it here in the United States, string of aggressive immigration processes and trade policies. Now, as I said, 6 months in, many pundits speaking about him throughout the day have not touted that he's been the most consequential president in 6 months ever. But oh, the consequences, oh, the consequences, oh, the consequences. Trump is boasting about his tax relief and regulatory rollbacks aimed at families and businesses. The official statistics show unemployment at about 4.1%. Consumer spending steadily. GDP dipped to minus 0.5% in Q1, with inflation ticking upward for goods due to tariffs. Just expected. It'll hurt for a little bit, but then it won't hurt so much, apparently. The critics warn of rising costs, economic inequality, ballooning deficits, and delayed life decisions by ordinary Americans, and also reminds you it's only been 6 months. Internationally, Trump emphasizes assertive diplomacy, increasing NATO's funding, diplomatic leverage in the Middle East, the Iran ceasefires, support for Israel, and pressure on China through tariffs and trade negotiations. Here at home, he underscores the strict immigration enforcement and about over 300,000 arrests so far in 6 months, framing it as keeping America safe. His supporters say he's revived U.S. economics and military strength in 6 months. And his approach to recalibrating global power dynamics and protecting national interests are on top of anything anyone's ever done in 6 months. Yet there are critics. They say he's wielding executive power in ways that threaten constitutional norms and pressuring private sector and civic society to do things he should not be doing. Plus, public support is slipping for him, actually. Under 50% across key issues, notably immigration at 43%, and spending per the recent AP NORC polling. So the numbers that gave him the mandate are pulling the mandate away. So what do we watch for the next 3.5 years? Or actually a couple days to make sure things don't fall off the rails that far. Economic indicators about inflation trends and consumer confidence and GDP growth going forward. Also the public opinion ahead of the midterms, because those are happening in a year and a half, especially on immigration and cost of living, because the cost of things have not been fixed yet. The immigration has been ratcheted up, but as people watch his actual tactics, they've been questioned. And legal and congressional pushback on executive actions and mass firings and expanded federal roles in education and changing the name of the Washington Redskins, because that happened today. Trump's half-year review reads like a calculated pivot. Bold tax cuts, hardline immigration, assertive global pressure. The problem is, beneath the surface, there are signs of fragility, and they're not just, tiny signs. They're kind of overt there. There's rising economic pressures. There's institutional friction. Divided public, now a bit more skeptical than he was on January the 20th. 6 months in, report card for Trump. Give him an A, give him an F, give him where you want to go to. Tell me in the comments where you want him to go. I think you have an idea where I'm going with this one. So I'll leave my comments to comment with you in the comments, commenting. But hey, 6 months in, A plus, D minus, incomplete. Where do you go with the rating so far? And with the remember, you have to remember, 3.5 more years ago, he ain't going anywhere. And if he has his way, he really ain't going anywhere. You know what I mean? But hey, grade him for right now. 6 months in, is he better than Biden? Is he better than Lincoln? Is he better than Washington, Jefferson, and J.Q. Adams? Nobody tops John Adams. Let me know in the comments.